Well, declaring an all-out war, top Republicans threatening to use their full arsenal of constitutional weapons if the FBI and the DOJ keep stonewalling over FISA court and Clinton email document request.
There's going to be action on the floor of the House this week if the FBI and DOJ do not comply with our subpoena requests. We're going to get compliance, or the House of Representatives is going to use its full arsenal of constitutional weapons to gain compliance.
But will this be enough to finally get something done? Here now to debate is Republican strategist Chris Prudhomme and former DHS consultant Mustafa Tamiz. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Good morning.
Okay, so Chris, I'm going to start with you. We just heard what Trey Gowdy said. He said that they would use the full arsenal of constitutional weapons to gain compliance. Will that be enough?
You know, with this particular agency, I guess you can say under the direction previously of James Comey, it just has been a nightmare. The Judiciary Committee has requested over 1 million documents in regards to the Hillary probe, and obviously up until currently now. They are running this agency still, so to speak, with the quote-unquote heart of James Comey. With he obviously is gone, but with his employees and staff, people that understand the inner workings of the FBI prior to President Trump, still are working there now. These individuals are acting like they're running their own personal goon squad in America. This is outrageous. It is absolutely ridiculous and an insult to the American people. President Trump won the election fair and square, and it's time to start acting like it.
You know, Mustafa, it was back, in late March that the Attorney General, the FBI Director Christopher Wray, he said that he was going to appoint 54 different FBI agents to get this process rolling, to move it forward and release these documents. But yet we're still here. So if you don't call that stonewalling, what do you call it? Not doing your job.
Well, Christopher Wray is a lifelong Republican. Look, he's a lifelong Republican, handpicked by the president, Senate confirmed by this Republican Senate. So if he's pushing back, maybe we should realize that there's nothing there, and this is another manufactured controversy against Hillary Clinton. And let me talk about the DOJ. The DOJ is run by Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions, another lifelong Republican who was appointed by the president, traveled with the president, campaigned with the president, confirmed by Republican Senate. Rod Rosenstein, a lifelong Republican, confirmed by the Republican Senate, handpicked by the president. These are president's men that are pushing back. And so we should really realize that Trey Gowdy is not functioning as a representative of the people, but he's functioning like he's part of the royal court of the King Donald Trump. And that has to stop.
But what does that really have to do with, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat? They're not getting the job done. And these documents have been requested. And there's still this backlog of, reasons that they haven't been released up to this point. Chris?
That's right. And you have individuals who are insubordinate. And yes, Jeff Sessions obviously runs, and obviously we have other Republicans who are obviously in leadership positions. That's not the point. The reality is they cannot control each of these individuals as under them, employee-wise, and the FBI, the DOJ. These are individuals, some of them, who are still there, who are still loyal to Comey and to other individuals who have some type of personal vendetta. And that is what we have to stop. And that is what Trey Gowdy is speaking of. And they're saying, look, we will come at you with the full extent of the law, contempt of Congress, whatever needs to be done to get this done effectively and to make it happen. And that's what this is about.
Yeah, and why can't the different sides get along? I mean, you have the DOJ, you have Rod Rosenstein threatening to, subpoena, and we're going to do this to you, and threatening the House Republicans, and then you have the House Republicans, threatening the DOJ and the FBI. Shouldn't they all be working together in the best interest of the people here in the United States? Isn't that the bottom line? And don't we all deserve to know what's in these documents if there was, in fact, no bias?
Well, the bottom line is that Trey Gowdy is not acting in the interest of people. He's he's manufacturing a controversy that doesn't exist. They've been given every document they've been asked for. What they want is some kind of investigation that can't happen because the OIG, everyone that's looked at this said that there's nothing there. So this is an ongoing effort to create some type of hysteria against Hillary Clinton. She is not the president. The president of the United States is Donald Trump, and he is being investigated by the Department of Justice for the crimes that he's potentially committed. So we need to let those investigations go forward,
right, Chris,
not create this sideshow that there's something going on with Hillary Clinton.
Chris, final word.
But Trey Gowdy said himself that he does not want drama. They don't want hysteria. They just want to get things done and get results. And that's what this is about, is results. There is nothing there. And the reality is that if everyone would cooperate and work together, we wouldn't have this hysteria going on today.
Very good point. All right. Thank you both for joining us, Chris, Mustafa. We appreciate it. We'll see what happens.